Hey guys, it's Melanie Hines, your fastest Iraqi Dinar summary on the net. How are you? This is my puppy in my lap. I just finished my live stream, guys, where I go through all these details in detail. I also went through what we think the order is, how my 3 steps works for any foreign currency exchange. So if you want my 3 steps, just let me know. I'll be getting back to your emails today. I'm probably going to stop around noon today because I still have this head cold. But, I still did my live stream, which was well over an hour. My intel started at, oh God, I forget. I think it started at 40 minutes, maybe? I don't know. Guys, go just fast forward it to find the intel. Nobody else gives you timestamps. I try to make it easy for you because I know you're working really hard. My husband works really hard, so do I. I caught his cold. Like, to think I wouldn't catch his cold was Pollyanna of me. So the first article we went through in detail was the Prime Minister's advisor agreement with U.S. companies to transfer drug manufacturing technology to Iraq. Then there was media reports. First phase of the U.S.-Iran negotiations has ended. Do you think it needs to be done before this happens? I don't think it does, but do you? This boy is getting big. If you like puppies, comment down below. I love puppies. The government advisor, monthly salaries for employees, retirees, and welfare amount to 8 trillion dinars. What they're doing until they seat their government, they're doing 1/12 of the 2025 rates. They've already published the budget, but again, the budget has nothing to do if we think this is done. Right? There was other articles, guys, that were scrolling that I hit on that you just have to watch my live stream. I tend to give you the breaking news out of Iraq and then the insights that come as a result of that. But given the fact that my health is a little compromised because of this head cold, it's, it's just, it is what it is. I still got great insights, but I'm just not as on it as I usually am. So please comment down below if you are praying for me. So now we got Bruce. His call was last night. I do the intel summary of everybody. My breaking news was in the first 2 minutes. Bruce, a lot of our leaders at redemption centers and other leaders that know are very quiet. I think that quiet, maybe, things are moving forward in the right direction for us. Everything is a go. We just need to see the 800 numbers and make all this happen. So the difference between me and redemption centers, it's a good time to talk about this. God gave me 3 steps to a safe exchange. He told me years ago, don't go anywhere they can collect you. That's just my personal experience. I'm sharing the steps. You guys love them. So you can comment down below 3 steps and I'll reply with how you can get those. Or you can look for how do you get those. All you got to do is send me an email. I'll reply. If you put 3 steps in the email, I'll reply with what you get. You decide if you want it. It's only $55. You get a 48-minute Zoom, plus the pre-RV scripts, post-RV scripts, and exchange day strategy scripts. It teaches you how to find your own bank. Do I think it's a good time to find your bank right now? You can if you're very disciplined with your mouth and you don't tell them what you have. That's my caution. So now we're going to the rest of the summary. Oh, by the way, if TNT has a call today, they do calls every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. They haven't been doing calls lately. They've been saying we're just waiting for the fireworks. If he has a call today, I would do a short about the results of his call. If I get any more breaking news, I'll let you know. But God told me to tell you it is done. He also said, don't worry about the banks. It's going to be messy. Take the money and run. I suggest stay with the big banks, which is Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and Chase. Why? Because they're too big to fail. And they need the bigger banks to implement this new digital financial system that's already being implemented, whether you know it or not. If you know it, comment down below. All you XRP holders, if you're an XRP holder, please comment down below. Those are the rails of the new financial system. Mountain Goat, the problem arises with Iran. It has been all about Iran all along. Their corruption schemes to control the Iraqi economy for their own benefit. This has stalled this currency reform process to the end stages that we now await. Iraq entered this critical stage of successful reforms and on the edge of this next stage, which included the reinstatement. Yes, it was targeted for last month. The election process appears to be on hold. We wait some news any day now. This situation could change on a dime, and most probably we'll wake up some morning, it'll all be over, and it'll be good for Iraq. I agree, guys. It could happen. Tonight is when Forex shuts down at 5 p.m., so if anything changes tonight, I'll let you know. Because I've always said it would probably happen on a Friday night. That way they could open up the centers, get the most people in when it's not traditional banking hours. Most people that promote those centers, that's just the only way they know, guys. Not everybody was an auditor with Price Waterhouse that audited banks and branches. I just have a private exchange strategies that I think anybody that wants to do a private exchange, I teach you how to do that. I'm the only one that does. So then there's Frank 26. After the event and the people flood the banks, Will that cause the value to drop? He said no, the opposite. That's financial friction. Anytime you move, buy, sell, or trade with the currency, it adds its value. It adds credibility to it. More people use it. It's called supply and demand. That draws the value upward. Guys, what he's talking about is anytime a new country does an initial public offering, like Ripple's talking about becoming a bank, if they do an IPO this year, you're going to see it come out at a certain rate. They will establish it based on the auditors, the accountants. All of them will say this is what you should start it at, and everybody knows it runs up. And most of the employees of said company that goes public will have an agreement where they cannot turn in any of their options for 6 months, right? But the executives, that's their golden parachute. They can turn it in whenever they want. These are the things I know because I used to be in that space. I was offered the chief financial officer position 3 times before the age of 32. Amen. So I know more about this than most. Get on my Zooms if you want specialized information. If you love Thor, I love Thor. He's the best thing to hold right now with my mommy's cold. Article, Forbes reveals a surprise. Ambar sits atop 1 billion tons of the world's rarest synthetic diamonds. I didn't know that. Quote, Forbes revealed one of the biggest geological surprises in the Middle East. Explorations have proven existence of silica with a purity ranging between 98 and 99%, which makes the Iraqi site one of the most important sources of rare resources globally. Experts point out that Iraq has the highest known reserves in the region. If Iraq succeeds in this, silica could be the first practical step in the path of diversifying the national economy. That's amazing. Walking stick. As soon as the new exchange rate is released, the United States of America is going to pour billions, if not trillions of dollars into Iraq. The fiancé is soon to become our bride. Samson, article, Forbes reveals Anbar sits on top of 1 billion tons of the world's most rarest synthetic diamonds. Militiaman. This is the execution phase of the private sector. It is the backbone of the strategy. The gatekeepers are pleased. World Bank, IFC doesn't move unless the IMF, BIS, International Monetary Fund, the Bank of International Settlements, and the U.S. Treasury are on board. Guys, if you want to know more about this, I explain it in detail on my Zooms. I get together every Monday. It's called a mastermind group. It's how we're going to keep our money in the end, but we're also preparing for it together. We're putting our heads together, guys. We've got the wisest group of people that have been in this the longest. Join our family. We are a family. Their risk teams have done the homework. Reserves are strong. Inflation crushed. Digital infrastructure is live. Political continuity likely. This is measured endorsement in action. Gatekeepers are scaling up when reforms prove real. They're ready to go. Now the money is flowing. This is reality. Iraq's future is bright. Gatekeepers are pleased. Everybody's happy about this. If you are, comment down below. Jeff, Guru Jeff, the overall elections right now, they're not telling you the truth. They're saying Maliki's in, Maliki's out, Soudani's still running, Soudani's not. They're all over the board right now. We have to give it time and be patient because the rate is not going to change till after the government is formed. That's Jeff's opinion. Who do you agree with the most? Comment down below. Frank 26, question, is it a remote possibility that Mark Savaya could be named prime minister? Frank's answer, Mark is Iraqi. It should be Mark Savaya. I don't know if it's going to be. My team feels that all the people we can consider Mark Savaya would be the right one, especially IOO Donald Trump groom Mark for what is happening in Iraq as we speak. I mean, that's an interesting possibility. I heard that last night and I just laughed out loud because why? No amount of focusing on that brings it, but believing, putting your mind and in your prayers and the mindset, thank you, Father, that it's done, helps. So just thank the Father that it's done. I think Iraqis would accept him with open arms because they know him. They know him. Trump is smart. He puts the right people in the right place. I agree. He's got the best cabinet he's ever had. I'm just saying. Mark Z, PDK question. So with Iraq being seemingly postponed for now, why couldn't Vietnam just RV now? This is an interesting question. If you hold Dong, put down below. I only hold Vietnam Dong. I hold dinar, dong, bolivar, rupiah, Zim bonds. I don't hold the Zig currency, their gold version of the Zimbabwe currency. I don't hold that. I just hold the bonds. They will go at the same time. They are intertwined and it would crush their treasuries to go separately. This is how it was told to me by someone who works in the finance ministry of Iraq. So Mark has somebody in the finance ministry of Iraq that said they're going to go together, the Vietnam Dong and the Iraqi Dinar. What do you think about that? Comment down below. I'm so glad he said that. Mountain Goat, this Iraqi dinar reinstatement is not a revaluation. This is where I ended up yesterday. I talked about this yesterday. So subscribe, tap the bell if you want my summaries. I do these summaries daily the whole point is to save you time. I'm married to a firefighter, and he works a lot, and so do I. And so he's got 2 jobs, and I know you work really hard. So I do these summaries for the average everyday people that work really hard, and they just want this thing to be done. This is the fastest way to get your updates. If you like this, comment down below. I love these updates. Thank you for being here. I love this family. Pray for me that I'm completely healed. I've got this cold, but I still went live this morning. I still did the summaries every day. Why? Because no cold is going to keep me down. No amount of wondering about this. My husband handed to me with his lead on, and I started anyways, I love you. Bye. Comment down below, subscribe, tap the bell.